Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy joining us now to react. And Kevin, it's startling that this race has gotten as close as it appears to have gotten, particularly when Afton Bain, who wants to represent Nashville, said she hates Nashville. Watch.
I hate the city. I hate the bachelorettes. I hate the pedal taverns. I hate country music. I hate all of the things that make Nashville, apparently, an it city to the rest of the country. But I hate it.
But elect me still. What's your reaction?
Well, this is very unusual. It's hard to get elected to a city if you say you hate it. But remember, we look at Mandani in New York, a socialist elected to a capital of the markets for the world. But this is not unusual. When the party's out of power, they have higher intensity. This is a special election. First Tuesday on December 2nd after Thanksgiving. Look, if Republicans turn out, the race is not close. We have such an exceptional candidate, the Republicans, military academy graduate, a service individual. He knows he's giving back. Matt is unique and probably the best candidate we have out there in special elections. But remember, the person who wins the election is whoever gets the most votes. Democrats have greater intensity when you're behind. We've watched this when Republicans were in the minority to win Massachusetts. So this is one that you got to do a wake-up call to everybody. You can't sit back. You can't just assume this race is going to be won. You got to get out and vote.
Right. Obviously, polling in these midterms, the off-year elections, is notoriously difficult. And I'm sort of suspicious about whether or not this really is close or not. It's also impossible, I think, often to read too much into these sort of elections. But what is the most sobering advice you would give your former Republican colleagues about the state of politics right now in the country?
I would say you got to wake up because President Trump has beat the Democrats so hard, they want to win. They will go out and vote for somebody who says they dislike their own city. Remember what happened in Virginia, where you had an attorney general who wanted to literally put a bullet in the speaker's head. And it's okay to do that. This is really a bad candidate when you think from a Democrat perspective. Why wouldn't they pick a conservative Democrat? This is one of the liberals, radicals, dislikes Nashville and wants to represent Nashville. You can't take anything for credit. Stop staying home, get to work, start carrying out and put into law a lot of the president's executive orders. This president is showing the way how to govern, and they've got to start leading at the same time.
Mr. Speaker, we wanted to get your thoughts, too, on this topic. So we have the DNC chair. You talked about the intensity of the party that's out of power, but perhaps there's also an optimism here, maybe foolish, where Ken Martin said, I never want to hear again that the Democratic Party has a problem with young men. He said we're going to keep working hard to keep them in our camp and our coalition, for sure, but we won across the board with every major constituency that left our party last year, and that should tell you something, again, that the Democratic Party is back. Do you feel that that is more of a cheerleader role rather than a true chair role, considering that that party actually still does continue hemorrhaging young men to Trump, to populism, to independence, and so much more? Your take.
It's beyond cheerleading. It's just lying. Remember, he kicked out a young man who was the deputy of his party. So I don't know what he's thinking. He had to go take a loan, which is so unusual. Look, political parties take a loan like a month before the election just to have more money to play in the races. He's taking it right now. So if he had no problems with young men, he'd have no problem with money either. People don't even know who he is, let alone the party he has led so far down. And if he was really leading in the party, he would have had a young man be the nominee running for a special election for Congress in Nashville that is a country music singer and loves Nashville and loves America. He's got the complete opposite, a radical woman who hates their own city.
What a great point. And also, they're still paying off the billions bill from failed Kamala Harris presidential bid.
Well, and don't forget, they paid $20 million to study how to talk to young men after telling young men during the last election that they don't care about them. So I'm not sure they're getting a return on investment there, but we shall see. Kevin McCarthy, great to see you as always. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Kevin.
Great to see you.